So last week, you guys asked some amazing questions on the comments on last week's video. And then this week, we're going to answer your questions. So stick around, grab a bucket of popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and enjoy this one. So the first question to kick today's video off is from Eric Zangaro. He says, what is your favorite theme overall, and what are your top 3 favorite sets? So a nice little 2-part question. Easy answer for you, Eric. My absolute favorite Lego theme is the Lego Modular line. They basically release a new building every single year on January 1st, which is so exciting because you built up a whole year of anticipation, so many rumors that go on, and you finally get the set. So like the newest one was the Jazz Club Modular that we placed into the Lego City. But anyways, your second part of the question is, what are your top 3 favorite Lego sets? I would easily argue my top 3 is one coming from the Lego Modular line. It's the actual Town Hall. This set is it's a Town Hall. It's massive. It's gorgeous. I love the colors, the style. I just absolutely love it. And of course, there's a bride and groom, which is really cool. The next Lego set I think falls in my top 3 category is Ninjago City. This set I'm a huge Ninjago fan, and they made modular buildings from it. I would argue that Ninjago City docks and the gardens are just as good. I can't really decide which 3. I'm just throwing Ninjago City out there. All 3 of them are simply amazing. I think my preference fluctuates throughout the year. It's like a season, right? It just kind of fluctuates. I absolutely adore all 3 of those sets. Probably 3 of the best Lego sets ever made, in my opinion. And then my other top 3 favorite Lego set is simply the Santa Fe Super Chief. I am a huge Lego Train fan, and this one is so iconic. I actually got this on my 21st birthday a couple years ago from my missus, and I absolutely love it. Have it as my main train running around my Lego City. The next question is coming from Beatup from the Bell Tower. He says, hey man, great video. Do you feel like there is a sweet spot as far as hold time goes for Lego investing? Sometimes it seems like if you wait too long after retirement sets lose their hype, they become harder to sell. Now, I think this is a very interesting point, Beatup, and absolutely you're correct. Timing does matter. Of course, I cannot foresee the markets, right? And no one can. So if you're listening to a YouTuber, please stop. No one can time the market, right? It just correlates to like other markets, right? Like the index market, the stock market, all those different markets. No one can foresee the future. You don't know what to expect, right? We can take our best educated guess, and that's kind of what I'm going to give you mine, just on historical patterns. That's kind of like what I'm going to base this on. So the first thing I'm going to mention here is the set popularity is going to matter. Not every Lego set is going to escalate in price and at a slower rate than some other ones. So it really kind of depends on the shelf life, whether the set was on the sale for a year. Was it popular? Did it sell well? Did it not sell well? And now people are regretful of it. There's so many factors that play into it. So do keep that in mind. The first example I kind of want to look at is the Lego Star Wars brickheads type, I don't know what to call them, helmets, right? This is a great example. I don't think a lot of people anticipated these helmets to do well. And to be honest, Lego made the first 3, right? There was the Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, and the Sith TIE Fighter pilot. Now, if Lego failed, right? If Lego did not sell these and like brickheads was too good of a theme and helmets could not play a factor, right? And they just stopped making these. So they didn't make the Darth Vader. They didn't make the Scout Trooper. They didn't make the Mandalorian. They're not making the Phase 2 Captain Wright. They just stopped making these. I think this would have affected these first 3 initial sets, aka the Sith TIE Fighter, or the TIE Fighter pilot, significantly. This, I don't think you've seen skyrocket. This set goes north of like $250 now, which is insane, but it's I think correlating because Lego continues to make more, making the first one available that retired even harder to get. So if you're now collecting them and you want to go back and have all of them, it's simply going to cost you a lot more money. So that's a great example there. The next one is just something that recently retired. It's the Disney Castle. This set was on a shelf life for many years. I think it was like 3 to 4 years, maybe even more. But anyways, it retired, and we're 2 months into retirement, and it's $640, $520 brand new on eBay. absurd prices, right? It's like, it retailed for $350. There was absolutely sales on it across last year because we actually picked one up on the channel and actually talked about it. But that's a great example of, cannot predict the market. Actually, most YouTubers predicted the set would do horrible. I was one vouching for it. It's the freaking Disney castle. How could you expect it not to do well? Anyways, another example is from the Lego modular line. I have two examples here. The corner garage. This one was definitely less popular, but it retired, and as of right now, it's been over 2 years since retirement, and it's only at the $340, $330 range. So that's not a crazy price increase, especially since it retailed at $200, but just kind of related to modern Lego modulars where they're now escalated to prices of $230. So in reality, it's only about $100 increase, which is still a lot, right? But something smaller for the modular line. On the contrary, a year before that, the Downtown Diner retired. And that one, I don't know if you guys recall, maybe about a month after retirement, it was already at the $300 mark. So where 2 years it took Corner Garage, Downtown Diner did it in 1 month. And Downtown Diner, brand new, is simply around the $400 to $450 mark. And then the last example I kind of want to give you is the Lego Star Wars 501st Battle Pack. This one was I think it was a fantastic set. I really argued that it would do well, and everyone kind of threw a red flag, like, no, everyone in the world's kind of investing in this set. But this set retailed for $30, and you can find it on sale for $24. And already on eBay, you're seeing lows of like around $40 to $50. That's crazy. I just simply think this set was so amazing, and it was part of the Star Wars line, that it didn't matter how many people bought it. It's just an amazing set, and I'm one for vouch for that. It was such a great value set with the 4 clones and the 2 droids, and of course all the Lego pieces and side builds. So that's kind of my stance on there. Timing does matter. It's hard to time the markets, but definitely do your own due diligence. The next question kind of feeds into our last one. It comes from Sergio Moreno. He says, how accurate are the retirement lists? If sets are rumored to retire, what determines when they will get that status, time of the year, or sale? So I'm going to answer the second part of that question. So what kind of determines the status? Lego has full determination, right? All these lists that do come out, right, and I make these lists myself, Lego can, not retire a single set this entire year. Like, that's totally up to Lego. They are a private company. They have all the power in their hands. But again, following historic patterns, it's likely to follow trends, right? And these lists that are compiled together are made from guys that get a lot of kind of insider information and kind of gets down the line, right? And I would say these lists tend to be around 90 to 95% accurate, especially closing into the end of the year. Now, the end of the year and like the time of the year matters. So as of December 31st, the last day of a year, that next day, January 1st, is when that set retires. Now, fortunately, you can still pick up some of these sets, maybe they're still available on the shelf. I've seen multiple different sets. That's the hard part is they're definitely off the shelves, so it's harder to find those sets, right? So if like Assembly Square was retiring this year, I would imagine by November and by Black Friday, this Assembly Square is probably going to be sold out. So do keep that in mind. Some of the more popular sets and the absolute known sets that get listed are going to sell out, especially by Black Friday, because that's the big day. That is the day to get the best sales, right? Or that week before or that week after. And after that, for the big and popular sets, it's very hard to find these sales. And we've seen this last year specifically with multitude of sets. One of the big one I was chasing was the Sesame Street. On Black Friday, you was able to get it for I think 30% off, which was great, maybe even 40% off, and I missed it by the click of a button. And from that point in time, I was unable to get it from that day, from the end of November all the way to retirement day, because it just simply never went back in stock. So that's just something to think about. But again, I was chasing a Lego sale rather than paying retail price, but I was able to pick it up retail price, which I didn't because I was looking for a sale. So do keep that in mind. Time of the year matters. Next question comes from the Irish Brick Boy. He says /ask SC, have you done any Lego Rebrickable Modulars? If so, which one? Now, although I have not done any Rebrickable Modulars or actually any Rebrickables in general, I do have some fan favorites that I really want to build in the future. So one is going to be this Dino Exhibit. This thing is incredible. It actually requires 3 sets, which is, I know it's massive. It requires Assembly Square, which I have an extra copy. I paid at our original MSRP, which was $260. The police station, which I picked up for $200 this year. And then the the Lego Ideas fossil set, so the dinosaur fossils. And I actually have 2 out of 3 of those fossils, and they're actually both the big, no, it's the T-Rex and the bird one, the pterodactyl. So not too bad. So I'm just missing the one. I bet I could just part it out, which is kind of unfortunate, the smallest that I am missing. But anyways, back to it. I really do want to build this one. I think it's incredible. It does take out a ton of room because it's, I believe, like 2.5 modulars or 2 modular plates. I don't know. It's absolutely massive. Again, I haven't done any of these, but gosh, they are simply amazing. Here's another one, the European Jazz Club. This is just from the assembly square. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. And one more I'm going to throw in here is this one right here. It's a mock from Ninjago City Gardens. I thought I'd throw in a different one that I thought I really liked. I am a huge Ninjago fan, so I would love to have more Ninjago modulars. Fortunately, we're getting one in June, supposedly. But yeah, anyways, I haven't done any of these Rebrickables. They're definitely worth the price. I believe instructions are between like 10 and 15 bucks. And then, of course, just buying the set. So for $10 or $15 extra to build something pretty unique, I think it's well worth the money. So definitely want to do that for the channel. So if you have any thoughts and opinions on that, let me know in the comments, because I would love to build one maybe after a set I have. I actually have a few copies of the Corner Garage, and that has a really good Rebrickable. So maybe we could start with that one. Our next question comes from Chris and Bricks. He says, ask SC, I'm just about to start my Lego city. Where would you suggest is a good source to get ideas on building some details like trees, benches, ponds, etc. New to building, so looking for good sources to inspire me. Absolutely, Chris and Briggs. There's some amazing mock builders, myself absolutely not included. No, there's really, really great mock builders out there. I would definitely scour the internet for just different ideas. I'm gonna argue probably one of the best ones is YouTube. I'm keeping it on this platform. YouTube has so many great creators, right? And so many people that just specialize in building mocks, all different assessments, trees, ponds, but everything you're probably looking for, they've done it, and they've done it in just an extreme fashion. Of course, shape it in any way you're form, but get your ideas. And if you don't want to spend all that time watching videos, because that can be long, right? Another great one is Pinterest. Pinterest has, you can just type in Lego tree, and a bunch of different trees are going to pop up. There's just images. Same with Google, right? You could definitely Google search and like slide to images of Lego trees, right? That's a good one, but I do like Pinterest. And then also Instagram. Instagram has a great way, it has a good filter system. If you just type in Lego trees or Lego pond, there's some good examples that pop up. I'm gonna argue probably the best one out of those is Pinterest for images, and then for like actually like seeing how someone constructed it, probably YouTube, because yeah, they do a good job. Our next question is coming from Anna's World of Bricks, and she says, what is your favorite Lego animal? And I thought this one was a pretty easy answer. It comes from the Lego Castle Mill Village raid set 7189 way back when. And of course, it is this magical little Lego goat. If this was worth $1, I'd still love it. I love goats. I love goats. So for me, it's definitely this one. I believe the price is absurd. I think it's like $80 for this Lego goat mold, which is crazy, but I guess it makes sense since this was the only set this goat ever came in, and Lego's never made another goat. But again, supposedly they're making another goat here in the near future. Sergio Marino has another question. He says, how do you feel about a Lego, the Simpsons Lego? So actually Lego came out with a few different items. They came out with the Simpsons house, which is pretty good looking, right? Of course, these are all retired, unfortunately. I'm a big fan. I love The Simpsons. I used to watch it as a kid, and I think the builds look incredible. The other one was right here, the Quickie Mart. I think this one's even better than the Simpson house. It's pretty cool, right? It's really lifelike from the show slash movie, right? And then one of the other things they did was the CMF series. I think they had 2 CMF series. Unfortunately, guys, I missed out on all of this. This was pre my Lego collecting days. I'm a big fan of Simpsons. I'm not googly-eyed over it. I don't have to have these. I missed out on these. They're very expensive in the aftermarket. I'm not going to chase them. It's simply just not going to happen. But that does not say I'm not a huge fan. I think they're amazing. If the opportunity ever came out for me to buy them and place them into my city, I definitely would, because they're great Lego sets. The next question is from Julian Cermito, if I'm pronouncing that correct. He says, /SC, when is the next Lego airplane? And I'm glad you asked this question, because here's a little bit of information. We are going to be seeing a Lego passenger train, set number 60367. This set is going to come with 900 917 pieces. Well, 913 pieces, I'm sorry. And I'm pretty excited, right? I think the passenger trains were a huge hit. They look great. The last Lego City one, set number 60262, that one was simply incredible. It actually is quite expensive in the resale market. But anyways, that was such a great set, and it seemed to be very popular. I'm actually surprised I never picked up one of these because it's just overall a pretty good set. But anyways, it should be pretty massive. 913 pieces is a lot of pieces, even bigger than the predecessor one over here. So I'm actually really excited to see that. And there's no release date on that, but it's going to come out in 2023. I'm expecting that for the summer wave, so maybe an August 1st release. But again, that's just me presuming. Don't take that too far because that might not happen, right? But anyways, August 1st is a huge release date. Likely we'll see that City Line release some of those big sets on that day. But that's it for today's video / episode. That was an exciting one. You guys had some great questions. Make sure to leave your next question in the comments below with the /AskSC, and I'll be sure to answer them in next week's video on Friday. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I truly enjoyed it. Great questions as always. Keep asking away. I thoroughly enjoy making these videos for you guys, and it seems that you're enjoying them as well. Get creative, and we'll see you in the next one. My name is Cristo. See you in the next one. Peace out.